Well, hey there. Welcome back to the People Gardener podcast. Happy to have you here. Really struggled with a topic for this week, and here it is, Wednesday. I'm recording. You guys are going to be able to listen or watch this tomorrow, Thursday. Nothing was hitting for me. I wasn't getting anything from feedback from people in my social media, on my email list. Anyway, this morning I woke up about 5 and I was just laying there thinking about the day and thinking about the podcast. And it just came so forcibly to me, the word resilience. And I've learned that when something becomes really forcible in my psyche, I need to listen to it. So I thought, okay, so I'm going to do on resilience. I have overcome all sorts of things in my life, and I know you have too. And sometimes we just forget how much we actually have overcome and how many times we've actually gotten up. And then about 8 this morning, I get a call from a small business owner who's struggling, who's just feeling like, what is the point? Lots of issues, lots of challenges, both financial, personal, and all the rest of it. And it just tied in with my thinking for this particular episode of resilience. I mean, he was showing amazing resilience. And I go back to, we minimize what we've gone through because, okay, we got through it and we're moving on. But those situations, those struggles, those issues that you've managed to overcome, they are what is growing your resilience muscle. Something that I mentioned in my email today, and I'm going to mention it here, is I'd love for you to just take out a piece of paper and think about the last 6 months and everything that you have overcome, everything that you've gotten back up when it smacked you down. What are the challenges in your personal life? Challenges in your relationships, challenges with employees, challenges with vendors. Just think the last 6 months, all of the problems, issues, challenges that you have solved, mitigated, or really learned something from, and you're back up standing. There's a lot. We go through it daily, and yet we don't place any value on how often we've done that. So when a big challenge comes up, take time to take stock and say, look, I have managed to overcome every single challenge that has been presented to me thus far in my life. I am here. I am standing, and you will feel much more confident in your ability to tackle this, whatever it is that's in front of you. What is resilience? I'm going to read a definition that I found that I really liked, and it's the ability to successfully adapt to stressors, maintaining psychological well-being in the face of adversity. It's the ability to bounce back from difficult experiences. How quick are you to bounce back when something knocks you flat on your back? Maybe it's not something that knocks you flat on your back. Maybe it's something that causes you to stumble, to be uneven, to have your equilibrium affected, and you're uncertain exactly where you are or what you think or which way's forward, which way's back, up and down. Resilience is the ability to get back to balance. I'm going to say balance is 0 as quickly as possible. Are you wallowing in whatever it is that blindsided you? Or are you taking a moment, taking a breath, and then coming in, I'm back up, I'm going to deal with it? How is your resilience muscle. Another quote that I found on resilience is our resilience increases as we recognize the magnitude of what we have already accomplished. This goes back to really remembering all of the times that you persevered, you worked your way through, you got up, you carried on, you did it when you didn't want to. You pulled yourself up and said, look, if it's going to be, I need to take action. I need to do whatever the task is in order to move things forward. Resilience isn't arrogance. Resilience isn't a cockiness. Resilience is an internal focus on where you want to go. You keep getting up because you have somewhere you want to be. Is your vision clear enough in your head that it compels you to get up because you want to reach it? Don't be afraid of the tough things, of the challenging situations or problems. When you embrace them and show your resilience, it's like exercise, right? When you do it, you become more fit. Every time you bounce back up, your resilience muscle grows. I'm sure a lot of you are going, well, I don't want to be resilient. I don't want to have to deal with these problems. I don't want life to smack me. Well, the reality is it does, and it is going to. And you are going to be so much happier, so much more fulfilled when you have this resilience muscle in fighting form. Because yes, you're going to take a hit, and it's okay to just stop and gather yourself. And then you get right back on and you go and you solve the problem. It is worth really focusing on building that. So watch how you handle yourself in the next challenge that comes your way. Stop and write down, what am I thinking? Where is it that I want to go? How quickly was I able to absorb all the information and come up with a plan? How quickly did I implement that plan? Keep track of it as you're growing. You know, when I was in corporate, I used to keep track of everything that we accomplished in the year. I would have here's what we're wanting to accomplish, and here's all the things that we did. It was so wonderful at the end of the year to actually look at this list. Wow, we did all these things. Do that for yourself with this. You have your list of all of the times you've been challenged over the last 6 months. Start there and add to it. Show yourself that you are resilient, and then you will be resilient. Have faith in yourself that you are capable of being resilient and building that muscle. It will serve you incredibly well. And what it does is it kind of gets rid of the overwhelm and the paralysis that can happen when you face challenges. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you again next week.